Hello viewers, this is Evelyn of Livabuhay. We are here at the backyard of my house and I will be showing you a very beautiful plant which is called the rhododendron. So as you see, this rhododendron is actually color yellow and it actually blooms earlier than the other rhododendrons. I have also rhododendrons that are purple and they usually blooms a month after this. For like 2 more weeks this blooms like this, but then after that these flowers will begin. So if any one of you, I know those who click this video are interested of rhododendrons, and maybe you are also interested of how to propagate them. So there are actually 3 ways of propagating them. Number 1, by seeds. Number 2, you can propagate them by cuttings. And number 3, which can take quite a long time, like a year, is what we call air layering. So in this video I will be showing you how to air layer a rhododendron plant so you can totally clone it and get exactly the same copy of the plant that you have. So if you have already an existing rhododendron plant in your garden, then you can actually propagate and make a lot of this plant. Anyway, hang on and watch how I will do it. So this is the way of air layering it. On another way, I have a video all about air layering where you just put it direct on a pot with a soil and put a stone on it, and I have a video of it. This is another video of air layering. And a rhododendron, if you will plant it or propagate it by seeds, it will take too long before it will mature and bear flowers. So the best thing is to air layer it, or even just plant it with cuttings. But I haven't tried it planting with cuttings, but I think I prefer the one where you air layer it. And after a year, so now it's like a month of June. So by June next year, I will be collecting it. And while doing it, I will be talking. So why do we air layer? We air layer because we want to clone a plant. And we want exact copy of the plant that we want to air layer. So now I'll make a slice here, like that, and another slice here. 2 centimeters is okay. We are taking, I have air layered this plant and using the matured branch of it. This time I will also do it with the newest growth. The expert says that it roots quickly, much more if you do it with the growth from the last year. So this is the one. This is the growth from the last year. So rhododendrons is a lot of types of them. Some will bear yellow flowers, some has this kind purple flowers, and the different kinds of rhododendrons actually bear flowers on a different period. This one will bear flower like by June. The other one was already, that was yellow, had already flowers by the month of May. So this variety usually bear flowers. They are starting to bloom now, and they will be fully bloomed after like 2 weeks. So now, same as usual, as you see a lot of air layering, I will always take the cambium layer. I saw a lot of my research I did, even with those people like living in Asian countries and people who are really, you know, expert agriculturists who do air layering. And I think there is a reason why you take the cambium layer, because if you don't take the cambium layer, this area where you make the cut, it will grow again, because it's the cambium layer that will help that it will grow again. So instead that you get roots, it will be growing callus here that will connect this bark and this bark, so it will create another bark. So that is why you have to take out the cambium layer carefully until you feel it and that it's not slippery anymore. It means I have taken all the cambium layer. And after that, as usual, we live in a cold country, so we usually use hormone, growth hormone. Just rub it a little bit. You don't have to rub a lot of it. And then, but I will tell you, a lot of people, especially in Asian country, they actually do it without a rooting hormone, and it works. I think, if I have to think about it and analyze it, I think the main reason that it's like that is that it's a warm place. It seems like in the warm place they have easier way of rooting or doing air layering. I don't know, but anyway, as far as rhododendron is concerned, when you air layer it, it will not take 3 weeks or 4 weeks or maybe 3 months like all other plants. Rhododendrons take time to roots. So like if you're doing this now, then collect it next year, because you also need a time when they are already rooting and they have already developed roots, and you have to plant them. And it's good that when you plant them, it's the time where it's warm, so they have time to completely root in a pot. So now I'm putting here my pet moss, so like that. And it's very good that you have already a prepared one with a plastic and all this thing, so you don't have to be going, you know, like that. And I have the remaining plastic here, so I will just wrap it like that, like. So you have to be sure that they are being wrapped carefully, so that the moisture remains in there, because that is what we are after. It should be moist. And I think even on the summer I have to check this, because if ever it will dry up, then I have to put water on it, because it has to remain moist. And imagine, it has to be there for like a year. So maybe some people will think, oh no, it's kind of long time. Don't think about it. You just do it, and then you don't have to think a lot like it took some time, because before you know it, 1 year just go very fast, and then you even forget it, you know. There's one person who forgot about his air layered. He took it like after a year, and that was kind of plant that will grow, develop roots for like 3 weeks only, because there are plants that will only develop roots very early, like kind of 3 weeks. And when you let it be and doesn't collect them the exact time you need to collect them, then the roots will really grow crazy. That, oh, it's a helicopter now going around here. Well, that is a very good background, right? I want to be sure, because it's kind of leaking in this area, so I want to cover it more, especially there, you know, especially in this area, so it will not be dripping. If you are actually a gardener, somebody who loves to propagate, somebody who just, you know, find it exciting to do things in the garden, then you don't find it actually hard to be propagating, especially doing air layering, because you just find it like kind of a hobby that you just feel excited, and Now everything is available in YouTube. You can just educate yourself on whatever things you want to know, especially this kind of practical things in YouTube. So it's not actually something that it's kind of very hard to learn. Learning is also a way where you have to do it. If you want to learn, you can never learn things just by reading. You have to apply it in your real life. Whatever thing you want to learn, you have to apply it. If you just read and you don't do it or try it, then it's useless, because you can never prove that what you had been reading is true. So now we have it here. So what we do now is just to put a tin foil as usual, because summer now, the heat is really can really, you know, it will start to root. It's not good when the heat is directly on those transparent plastic. And as usual, I say you use transparent plastic, because if you want to check it, you can immediately see the roots. If you don't use transparent plastic, it's hard to see the roots, and you don't want to be disturbing them and take it out, you know, the plastic wrapping the soil. So you just put the tin foil, use the transparent plastic, and from time to time, if you just wonder how it looks like after the winter, after the whole summer maybe, then you check it out. Or maybe you just want to check if it's kind of moist or not. And now it's done. Again, this is Evelyn of Lipabuhay. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again next time.